Good afternoon, everybody. We're doing this a little bit differently today because you're just going to have myself, Carey Anderson with Dade County, and County Executive Ted Rumley today. So the setup may look a little bit different, but we're still in the commission meeting room. There's plenty of room. I wanted to thank you first of all for joining us on the Dade County Weekly Update, and I want you to remember that you can type in your questions in the comment section during the live update. And if you don't want to ask your questions during the live update, you can always email us at info@dadecounty-ga.gov. I want to thank you for coming to the right place for the right information. As I said, today you'll be hearing from County Executive Ted Rumley. He was not with us last week because he had COVID, but he is better. He is here today. So you will be hearing from him. If you know somebody who would be interested in hearing from any of about any of the things that are happening in the county today, go ahead and invite them to watch this live broadcast or start a watch party so you can hold your own discussion. Remember that you can also share the links, and sharing those links to our videos is super easy. So Facebook or YouTube. So we do put those on every day. I do want to remind you that the county offices will be closed next Monday, January the 18th, in observance of MLK Day. And then we also have a COVID update, COVID testing update from the Department of Public Health here in Dade County. They said testing is going very well. The vaccinations are going very well. They said, thank you so much for your patience. It said, but please, when you're calling, do not leave a voicemail. It's causing their system to get really backed up. So don't leave a voicemail. As frustrating as it may be, just continue to call until you get a hold of them. Somebody will finally take your call. So they are really trying diligently to answer all of those calls and give vaccinations and do testing. So, and they also have a change on their testing that they ask us to announce. So they are no longer doing rapid tests here at the Dade County Department of Public Health. And the reason they're not doing that is because they've upped their days for vaccinations. They're giving vaccinations 4 days a week. So they are no longer doing the rapid tests here. They are still doing testing on Wednesdays, so we will update that on our website as soon as we get off of this broadcast. In fact, we might even try to do it while we're on the broadcast because we do want you to know what kind of testing is available here in Dade County. So please be aware of that. Don't leave a voicemail. If you need to make an appointment for a vaccination or for testing, call the health department. So last week, the Department of Public Health for the state of Georgia put out an announcement that you were going to be able to sign up for vaccinations online. They were so overwhelmed online that it crashed the system very quickly. So they actually terminated the online registration for vaccination. So we pulled that link off of our website. It is no longer there because you just can't sign up online. You will need to call to make your vaccination, and the number you call, we'll put it in the comments in a moment, but the telephone number you call is 706-657-4213. Again, it's 706-657-4213. So that is our update that we just got from Nurse Manager Tammy Franklin from the Department of Public Health. And now we will go to County Executive Ted Rumley. I'm trying, y'all. There we go.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I'll take this mask off. Appreciate everyone being here today and watching us, and hope you're having a good day. I was going to ask you too. I just heard, that we just found this out about the testing changes downstairs as far as the rapid testing. Do you know if, or maybe you can find it before we go off, if the other counties are still doing rapid testing?
I don't know. Let me see what.
Yeah, see what you can find out. I know that's going to be a question because a lot of people were, they locked that, to go in and get and find out, pretty quick. So possibly they may be still doing it in Walker County or one of the other counties. I have been out. I know a lot of you know that. Had a lot of calls and a lot of people praying for me, and I appreciate that from me and Diane. And we both have negative tests back now, so we just pretty weak. That's why I'm sitting down. It's kind of hard to stand up a long time. believe it or not, it's hard. It really is, because it's amazing what that does to you as far as pulling your energy out. The breathing was one thing. It was pretty bad, kind of scary, but just overall every day, losing your strength is it's a scary thing. But things are, I can tell every day that's different. And Diane, she's a lot better now, and so we just appreciate everyone that called and brought us food, and just appreciate it so much. I'll start by the something new that's in the county that Georgia Power a few weeks ago, about a month ago, had contacted me, some representatives, about putting an electric car charging facility here to charge electric cars, and so they came in, talked to us. It was no expense to us. The only thing we had to do is provide them a place to put the charging equipment, and we decided to put it over at the new courthouse facility there, and a couple of parking places there that it's hardly ever used. So they have got that up, from what I understand, up and running. I don't know a whole lot about the actual the paying of it now. We're gonna get some more information from Georgia Power, from the people, the representatives here, hopefully today or tomorrow. We can post that online, and possibly have one of them come on maybe next week and hear and explain and talk to you a little bit about it, because you wouldn't think there's that many cars around, but they really are. It was amazing, the estimated number of cars that's just in Dade County that are fully electric, and so that is up and running. It's right there on the corner, right there in our parking area there at the courts facility. In fact, you can, when you drive by there in front of the elementary school, you can see it, and it's pretty neat. County Road 6, I always start with that, and we will until we finish it. It's still going to be, February, probably middle of February before we finish that. It looks like it's going real well. As far as the timing goes, they made another pour out there yesterday, a really large pour of concrete on the wall. So, but if the weather, holds up for us, we may get finished sooner than that. But we got to figure some bad days in there, because we're right in the middle of winter. So just bear with us on it. But we will keep you updated on that. Driver's license, the driver's license we're here Monday. They'll be back on the 25th and February the 8th and the 22nd. As always, they'd like for you to go on and make a schedule your appointment there if you can. They will not turn you away, but you do have to wait longer if you go there without an appointment. All the state, federal offices, our county offices, will be closed Monday for MLK Day. The lobby in the sheriff's office, they have changed that. If you've been listening to Evan and actually reading your the newspaper and all, they are going to open that up for fingerprinting, and it will be. Let me make sure I get this right. We're going to open on Saturday from 9 to 5, and every Monday, Wednesday from 2 to 6. Looks like, yeah.
This Saturday only.
Okay, this Saturday only is 9 to 5. Yeah, I see that now. And then after that, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday will be 2 to 6, and that's for your opening up there for fingerprinting. And of course, that's, some people don't realize that that's an important thing because of background checks, not only for your handgun or your firearms permits, but a lot of apartment complex, anything pertaining to background checks at all, it has to go through that. So it has kind of slowed things down. There's been really a lot of calls coming in about that, and they're going to work with people on that. And I'm sure, it doesn't say it, but I'm sure they want you to wear, your mask and mask up and everything, because that's the whole reason it's shut down anyway. So try to wear your protective, gear and all going in there to do that. The motor vehicle services, January 13th through the 18th. And that, what that is actually, your tags, you're coming in and out. That is a state shutdown. They are actually going through and upgrading all the equipment there with the driver services and all. So that'll be back up and running on 18th. Is that right now?
Actually, the 19th.
The 19th, because I was the 19th. Through the 18th. So the 19th you'll be able to go in, and so that's a big thing. I mean, especially if your birthday falls in there, in that.
They will be open for other things like
Oh, yeah.
mobile home stuff, but
Yeah, you
not-
can still come in and do things like that. Your mobile home tags or stickers and property taxes, stuff like that. As far as paying the property, but mainly your tags. The COVID testing. We just found this out. She's went over that. Carey has with you on that, and she's reposting the new everything that she went through. Went over there. She's reposting it on our online there on our website. And you'll be able to go to that, and hopefully before we finish here, she might be able to find out if there's anywhere else in other counties you can go to be, with the rapid testing. Let me see here if I'm leaving anything out here. Anything, Carey, that I'm leaving out? It seems like there was something else we were going to mention.
Did you want to talk about Lookout Dam and
Well,
having
it's
their final
really,
thing?
hopefully it's history. I mentioned that this morning. I was out with this COVID week before last, and it was on, I think, a Tuesday they came in. They were scheduled, the state of Georgia did their final observance of it, or initial inspection, and they were very satisfied. We've got one final, just a couple of points that's got to be documented on an as-built survey there, and then we'll receive a permanent certificate that we're no longer responsible for a Category 1 dam. It's a Category 2, and that's a big deal. It's really a big deal for the county to get. We've been putting up with this for 15 years and worried, and it's just something that we're so thankful to be over and back to normal. But and it really turned out good out there for those of you that live out there that's been across the spillway or the dam. It really looks good. It's a neat job. And we done a good job on it. Our men did, and we appreciate it. I'll go ahead and go into the COVID numbers here, which they sure haven't went down. They keep going up. Dade County, we've went from 773 as of last week to 853 as we speak today. We've had 125 positive cases here tested positive in the last 2 weeks. We've had 8 deaths since the beginning, back in March, and 42 hospitalizations. Walker County, they went from 4,079 last week to 4,479. They've had 676 positive cases in Walker County in the last 14 days. Catoosa County, they went from 3,510 to 3,877. And they've had 617 cases in the last 2 weeks. Chattooga County, they're at 1,752 right now, and last week they were at 1,616. Now Chattooga County is not that big. It's volume-wise, but population-wise, it's not that big. But they've had 235 in the last 2 weeks. Whitfield County, it's a big county. They were at 11,368 a week ago. Now they're at 12,220. They've had 1,515 tests positive in the last 2 weeks. Gordon County, they were at 4,298. Now they're at 4,581. They've had 477 in the last 2 weeks test positive. Floyd County, which is over in Rome, they went from 7,132 to 7,591. And they had 762 tests positive in 14 days. We still have 3,335 that their addresses have not been matched to counties in the state. We've had 10,580 deaths. That's from the beginning in the state of Georgia. That's up from 10,035 a week ago. Right now we're at 45,533 hospitalizations. Since yesterday in the state of Georgia, it says we've had 5,685 positive cases reported. Had 137 deaths and 356 hospitalizations. Now that's in a 24-hour period. Carey, am I reading that right? That's since yesterday in the state of Georgia. It says we've had 5,685 cases reported positive, but it says we've had 137 deaths. That's statewide. And 356 hospitalizations. That's quite a bit. I mean, that's a lot It's a lot of people. Let's move down to Hamilton County, Tennessee, one of our neighbors. Right now, Hamilton County has 4,102 active cases in the county there. At this time last week, there were 30,853 positive cases. They jumped from that to 33,436, and that's from the beginning. But right now, they have 4,102 active cases in the Hamilton County alone. So far, they've had 29,014 recoveries, and they've had 320 deaths. Marion County, they went from 207 last week to 2,007 last week to 2,186 in Marion County. They have 287 active cases right now as we speak. They've had 1,868 recoveries and 31 deaths. Grundy County, they went from 1,289 last week, and they're at 1,371 in Grundy County. They have 137 active cases with 1,214 recoveries and 20 deaths. Sequatchie County, they went from 1,230 to 1,319 in Sequatchie County. They have 147 active, and they have 1,154 that have recovered and 18 deceased. Midge County, they're at 1,023 last week. Right now, as we speak, they're at 1,091. They have 117 active cases in Midge County, 958 recoveries and 16 deaths. Bradley County, they went from 9,721 to 10,351 in Bradley County. They have 1,066 active cases, and they've had 9,199 recoveries with 90 deaths in Bradley County. Move down to Alabama and Jackson County. Jackson County last week they were reporting 5,420 cases. They went as we speak to 5,719 in Jackson County. So far they've had 37 deaths, and in the last 14 days now Jackson County's reported 753 positive cases. DeKalb County, Alabama, another neighbor here to us. They went from 7,169 to 7,562 as we speak today. They've had 82 deaths in DeKalb County, and so far in 14 days, they've had 710 cases test positive just in DeKalb County. The numbers are definitely not going down. Please, try to try to keep your mask available. Keep them when you're out shopping, out in the public, especially if you're at any events. Try to social distance. It's not. I can speak to you. It is not good. It affects different people differently, but it's just amazing how it can attack your lungs and just your whole body as far as the your feelings, your strength. We got any questions?
We don't have any questions, but I have reached out to Logan Boss, who's with the Department of Public Health, about rapid testing. And what our local health department says is they don't think that there's rapid testing in any of the surrounding counties because they've all ramped up their vaccines.
Okay.
But we'll let you know as soon as we hear back from their communications person, and we'll put it on the website.
Yeah, that'd be good, because that's important, because we don't, a lot of people, like I said, they depend on it, but you can understand, they kind of prioritize, we've got the vaccine and they're trying to get it out to as many people as they can and as quickly as they can. And I think it won't be probably very long before they'll open it up. And, right now it's 65 and over, our caregivers and all, but I'd say probably in a few weeks, you'll probably, or maybe it might be longer than that, but when they do open it up, that's when it's really going to be a flood of people coming in, because there's a lot more people that are getting shots than I thought, and I think more so than they, evidently,
Yeah.
I do want to touch on the number downstairs. You've been calling, and Carey kind of touched on that, but they try to be patient and keep calling. I don't know what else to tell you. We don't have a direct hotline or anything that we can call any more than you. This number we've got is exactly the number that we're giving you. we don't mind you calling. Call all you want to us or myself, but they are separate. Even though it's Dade County Health Department, they are state employees. Their computer systems are all state; they're not county, so they work for the state of Georgia. And so, even though we do communicate, with them, they are limited to the people they have working down there, and they're doing the best they can do. I feel that they are. So just be patient and call back. I know we had made an appointment for my mother, and I know Beverly called, I don't know, probably a dozen times finally, and got an appointment. That's been the day before yesterday. But anyway, just kind of be patient if possible.
And be aware that they are closed between 12 and 12:30.
Yeah.
Is that right? 12 and 12:30, I think.
Well, no, is that every day, or is that just on Wednesday when they're doing the testing?
Wednesdays when they're doing the testing, they're closed from noon to 12:30.
That's right. Yeah.
So you might want to give them a break there between that time frame.
Yeah.
We did have one question,
Okay.
and it's in regards to County Road 6, and you may have answered this and I just missed it because I was trying to look up information, but that is a big project. Some people thought it was just a paving project, but it's a really extensive project.
No.
And in fact, we have some pictures on our website of that you can see, but do you have an end date projected, or is it going to be a ways out?
It'll be mid-February,
Okay.
at least. I mean, if the weather lets us alone, actually, and we get decent weather, which we've had some really good. Even though the cold has been here, we've been still not able to work. But it'll be mid-February. There's no way around that. I mean, it's just, and they're working, 6 days a week, as they can up there. So, but it's just it's not just a paving job. We wanted to fix the problem, and when we got in and started digging down, it's like the upper part. We found a lot of water that had been seeping through there for years and years and years. And really, it should have been taken care of when the state first initially built that road. And of course, back then they didn't have equipment and all like we've got now, whatever. But because it was initially built by the state of Georgia, I know a lot of people don't realize that was a state highway, and it gave so much trouble and kept falling. They closed it down. They said, we're not going to do this anymore. And so our commissioner Dan Hall, he stepped up to the plate because he realized how important that little shortcut is to a lot of people on that mountain. And he absorbed that road as a county road. Now, I think it was in 1960, maybe, or whatever. It was back when, 136, for those of you that, the younger people out there, was not 136 when I was growing up. It was 143. It was State Route 143 for years and years and years. And for whatever reason, the state changed that state route all the way across and changed it to 136. But when that road was taken over, it was actually it was State Route 143. And so he absorbed that, and he maintained it. Larry Moore maintained it. Doug Miller maintained it over the years. And they just, as it dropped, they would just, with pavement, would put the pavement back over it. And it's just to a point where we're spending so much money, in a 2-3 year period. It was time to fix it. And it was dropping pretty rapidly. So this time, we went ahead and we went in just like we did Burkhalter. We went in there to fix that, and we found several places where the water had been undercutting under the road and coming out and seeping through, and that's what was causing the slide. So we were putting cross drains in there where that goes, and of course a new wall, and like I said, it's going to be fixed. So, but if you have any questions, just call me. My cell number is 423-667-8999, and 657-4625 is our office number. All of our commissioners' numbers are listed. I want to mention my commissioners. I appreciate them. While I was out there, the days that I were out helping, pitching in, and Robert Goff, he came up, stepped up to the plate. Robert, he really is here every day. He knows everything that I do and what I do in a day's work. He keeps up with. I keep him informed as I do my other commissioners, but for sure Robert, because just like in a case like it just happened, I had no idea when I walked out of the office the other day that I was going to be off, that many days, but it was crazy. So, but Robert done a really good job, and I appreciate him, appreciate all my commissioners, and I appreciate all y'all, understanding, me not being here, and I think Robert returned most of my calls that I didn't get to, because honestly, you get to a point, if you not went through this, I didn't have enough energy to even hold my phone up to my ear and talk. I could lay on it, and then I got to a point where, I just didn't really realize what I couldn't stay awake, I could go to sleep and wake up and think that it was morning when I'd slept most of the day, and I wasn't taking any narcotics or any medicine. It was just the drainage, But anyway, that's all behind me, I hope, and we just getting my energy built back up. But please call me if you need me. I'm back in the ballpark here, so 24/7. Just give me a call, and I appreciate it.